kana kila lituko nabaliki baitu beandrete chinga kichons asengencho yao eyariganie asobotengali butali no mubwekano. Eye Nensoko TV Oboroso Bumugusi.
Manjito murigeria bwegeta senige Nensoko TV nigo cheragire Chinsa Isano na Ibere chiabona mugaso chinga kina kwariganiria Amayia asenchra yo bwenge karanso ike nabuna butame na bagotonyora somtanda ito Facebook koika somtanda YouTube irkwanyara ko gusanga nabwo kwemanya egaliti yari togonyara to gusanga na ichinga kibine chiga charagire Isano na Ibere asemesa yamayo manjito murigeria una butambe ryetere Diana ndemo. Manjito murigeria togo chaka bene kurwase county ya Kisii nigo Vice Chancellor wa University ya Kisii Professor Nathan Ogechi hariganire beno murobirio heri Africa abo asaborokiwa bali neganga yogosomera agokora kubotuki gosibara kigosomera obotuki nabigo gwesemia asenkwana yaye yokoira musangerekano yo asomo azirwe kisem Julius Migaso gamba ikirana eriko yigora bene asama gachi University yo nigateba bune University ya Kisii negati ya isato kurwaso semia obwo anene kugima asensemo yensemo ya Kisii.
So I wish to warmly welcome you to Kisii University for the official launch of the Harnessing Education Research for Impact in Africa, Heri Africa. This initiative marks a significant shift towards education research that is led by Africa and focused on creating impact in Africa. Because for a long time, Africa has had to rely on what comes from the north. And they say, he who pays the piper calls the what? The tune. And for that reason, we have not made any very significant contribution to research. Africa has had a minuscule contribution to research at 3% of the global research output. But even at 3%, as I've said, that research is largely funded from the north. The Heri Africa initiative seeks to make Africa contribute at least 30% of educational research output that is funded by Africa and its partners by the year 2050. This is particularly crucial for Kenya, which has just commenced on a shift to the competence-based education. And as she does so, then Heri Africa comes in, because the endeavor that Heri Africa is going to do goes beyond transformation, and it's poised to be transformative. It will address the need to connect research to national priorities, build institutional capacity, inform policy, improve research communication, and secure sustainable funding from within Africa. As such, Heri is quite commendable and is timely. Colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, and our chief guest, 3 public universities will host the research chairs in education research. Kisii University is proud to host the Heri Africa Research Chair in Language Education. Language, as some of us, and if not all of us are aware, language is at the heart of all learning. It's at the heart of all teaching. Because strong literacy supports success in mathematics, it supports success in science, it supports success in life skills, and every other subject.
Kamotweni gwa mokonyi bwo muraibense Professor Kithure Kindiki akwanirwo murobire wa serikali wogochia gwasuli ntunda ya kabere yo murobire nyota boigo murobire kurkonga Kenya Jobs na Economic Transformation no murobire yo nigolengete gusira abantu balia batbale tayari asobonchelia satebire nenchire ya moyo gochokwene kyabuna kunyala baroni bagusirana na boigo asebyombe biribira nyale kubakonya angemono abasai
Nyota is aimed at supporting young people who ordinarily would not be supported. Why? Because, number one, many of them are not credit worthy, and that's why the business grant is perhaps the first major infusion of capital into their business activities. Many of them in the field told us that first batch of 22,000 shillings was the highest amount of money they have ever handled together. So you can imagine what the complete sum of 50,000 would do to millions, hundreds of thousands of our young people. But we have other components that are still outstanding. The on-the-job experience, which will create the skills and certify skills of 90,000 young people. The recognition of prior learning that will also assess and certify 20,000 young people. And also 600,000 many also would never have done any business with government, whether national or county government, will be enabled later under Nyota to do business. I am pleased to announce that even after the expiry of the current Nyota project, we are going to put in Government of Kenya resources to target more young people into the future beyond the current project, where we are partnering with the World Bank. By just looking at the outstanding components of Nyota, we have been able to expand the number of beneficiaries from the current age 20, and we project we'll reach 1 million young people using Nyota. If we bring in phase 2 of Nyota, where we are going to put in Government of Kenya resources, we are going to target perhaps a similar number into the future. So this is a very serious intervention, especially for the young people who ordinarily would not have been reached out to by government intervention.
Mwaziri Bobarendi Waime Kipchumba Murikomeni oraire na kubamochia abamerebe serikali ase chiburaburo cyabere chikonekiwa asemese angerekano imensi ya Kenya ase abali bakwamiria serikali babeire bako ikirana nigatebire buna nenchira yemo boigo yo guturubania omorembe imensi ya Kenya kolendo baboririe bali bakwamiria serikali bakoragwa na Kalonzo Musyoka Eugene Wamalwa na boigo rigati gashagwa kwene kibinanko bikabaro omorembe ekero bawoikirana ase emega yabo.
Ambieni wale wanaomba kura, wale wanashindana na wengine, wale ambao wanapanga njama kutafuta magengi na kupiganisha watu, that we will not allow, this government of President William Ruto will not allow, I will not allow as his cabinet secretary, and the Inspector General is not going to allow. Our police officers are under firm instructions to deal with people who are inciting violence against communities with finality.
Nabaigomo gavana wa county ya Kakamega Fernandes Barasa hotebirere nigare serikali nande nigara tigale me yokobwatisyo muraibense boigo Faruk Kibet homachirio muraibense umukoro Uhuru Kenyatta asokolento botutuka ni ya siasa niga kwanaya me ya malafa asokwa amerelia nabaiga soko mwakera ekoko muraibense ya Kenya.
Na mimi nataka kuhakikishia watu wa Malava leo ya kwamba sisi tukiwa broad based, sisi tuko nyuma ya William Samoei Ruto. Na mimi nataka kuambia wana ODM ya kwamba sisi kama wana ODM tumepatia mamlaka kinara wetu ambaye ni party leader Oburu Oginga kuongea na chama cha UDA ili tuwe na coalition mwaka ujao. Lakini kuna jamaa wengine ambao wao ni watu wa Munyoro, wanapiga kelele hapa na pale. Mimi nataka kuambia kwamba nyinyi kama mmechoka na chama cha ODM, nendeni kwa Munyoro. Lakini hapa Kakamega is locked in broad-based, na sisi tutachagua William Samuel Ruto bila kupingwa asubuhi na mapema. Na mimi nataka kuambia viongozi wa mkoa wa Magharibi ya kwamba tusaidie William Ruto in 2027 na 2032. We have the numbers.
Tumesema kwamba hatutaki retired president ama anybody ambaye ameenda retire aanze kuleta confusion katika inji mzima ya Kenya. Pesa yako au kutumia vyema kujenga wa Kenya. Sasa unatumia pesa kuleta fujo.
Manjito murigeria tugusika mutwe nige kiombe gya kiare kya bwatukiro bosemia na bokonye go chasi skuru meronge 3 na Ibere me county ya Busia asibatebire munane nchira yemo yokwene kya buna boroki wa bechi skuru chibonsi kunyale bale bakumanya buna kiare go kole mirumo yaye na boigo buna baranyale bagokonya oseba gokonywa kero bataito bokonyi ne kiombe kyo gya Kenya Revenue Authority.
We intend to launch a tax club that will be part of this school. This is a club that has never been there before. I believe they have other clubs in terms of agriculture, 4K club and others. But today we are launching a tax club that will be always be part of Kenya Revenue Authority to outreach in terms of our students and make sure that we cultivate the culture of taxation from our students, that in future that will assist to have ethical, as in taxpayers that are able to contribute to the organization without any push, enforcement or any other initiative from the government that may help those people that are evading tax or are not able to pay tax.
We've been making these visits. We are making these visits in about 32 different schools. We started with Alliance High School. We went to Kagumo High School. We've been to a few other schools where we are donating books. We are also talking to students. And for the purposes of today, we are here for a mentorship program by Mr. Uyo himself to talk to the students in Butula to let them know this is not only about a partnership between Butula High School and KRA, but also a way of telling the story of prosperity and growth of Kenya, of KRA, okay? That they themselves can also be part of that history. They can get trained and be part of KRA sometime. What we're also doing today, we are opening a tax club at Butula High School. So we are giving a small token of support club in Butula. The tax club is essentially, a club students can use to send the message of patriotism through payment of tax.
Manjito murigeria serikali bono nigo ya bwatoki chisirengi chimilioni chimisano na Ibere go chiase enyagitale ya level 4 eyo gotoka Amayia Kilgoris asiatebire nenchira ya myokonekia buna abanyagitali asichinyagitali echo ngo chobare gokonya abarwire na kubwatoka obokonyi fonde nire asinyagitali eyo.
We are talking about 700 million ambayo we are going to build a big hospital here na to equip. Na nashukuru kuna viongozi hapa ya Kilgoris. Ile shida sasa tuko nayo na mnajua ile shida tuko nayo hapa inatakikana 10 to 30 acres ya kujenga hiyo hospitali. Hatutajenga hapa hata kubandika vitu hapana. Twende tuanze kitu impya from scratch. Wacha hii tutajua vile tutafanya lakini tuanzishe from scratch.
We want to make this hospital now to shine kama kuliko hizo hospitali zingine. Na ukitusaidia, I think it's going to be good. Hii program ambayo mumeleta na Mheshimiwa Rais, I think it's going to change Kilgoris. It's going to change Kilgoris because already Kilgoris is changing.
Building a new hospital, hiring health workers, buying medicines for the people, buying the equipment that we saw from the National Equipment Service and the ones that you have bought yourself is a big investment. And I want to encourage you, and I like your boldness, to continue investing in health.
Manjito murigeria rishirika nabaige byombe biri bibatenete abaremi ao imensi ya Kenya nigo beno besokire na kubamochia bauncheria bali bakoni boyo utaikiranitina naboiga mariogo gucha sebimeri ao ibyagerire ebimori bingi bitari gukora biya imensi ya Kenya naboiga sibatebire buna moya yo nigabwato bobe gucha semebere ya monyabantu.
Call genuine products because counterfeit products basically compromise the quality and also compromise the way we do our businesses, and it's not good for business at all because the production then is lowered and then you compromise so many other things. So at the moment we continue pursuing and working with government to ensure that they crack down on these anti-counterfeit perpetrators so that we have only genuine people in the industry doing what they must do genuinely and ensure that they avail sufficient right fertilizers to the growers.
I've already been working with the border community and also raiding, even at some point arresting the culprit, and we have several cases of people now in jail who have been actually bringing these products and hiding somewhere for the farmers to assess.
Na gwikira gwo mwanchito murigeria bwita Sengen Soko TV no tukukorera Amayia Chinsa Isano na Ibere kole ndino yanyora yanda mange chikorega Chinsa ikome no yomi toli net nyambane na boigo nsemo ya bono marugo bana Chinsa Isoto no nyora sobagale chigake basaki baitu bagendete kwene kebuna kuyareta bali asencha yo wikira no kore no mwanchito murigeria yanda uchengere miro betu migeta Sengen Soko TV na roba rusubo muksi kuna butambiri tariane Diana ndebo.
Eye Nensoko TV, uboroso bw'umugusi.